But it still needs to append, right? I don't think it needs an actual like blocks, like the entire block list, because it's sending the size in current block. At least let's get rid of this and so just enable the filter. It's impossible to have no filter when it's not past 1 a.m. or something around that. Let's just shuffle the list. So that's an auxiliary variable, and let's just get the list. Wait, can I do that? So here in the test, let's get a size of 8. Array. So array is equals array of the same thing of 1. Print the array again. So test. Oh, it's 0. I can do that. Nice. Okay, so this in range like 3 times. Let's do this 4 times. Okay, so you can't do that in NumPy. Alright, so I can just do self.plist is equal self.plist and take take 1 out. Hope this works. And in self.plist, I should rename plist to blocks now that I'm not using blocks anymore. Anyways, by main NumPy. Oops. Change this. So while self dot dot plist, the first entry of a plist is equals the self.current block plus 1. Then it creates itself and then deletes the one from the list. Yeah, you can do like 1000 times a second from size 103. That's not a lot actually. That's actually terrible. Oh, because I'm not like actually... It's doing so fast. But is it actually sending the data though? Looks like it is. But it's doing it so fast. So let's try doing this with a very big number, like 60,000 again. I'm only updating this once a second so I can see the performance. Okay, it's still doing only 1,000 times. Okay, it's not actually good at all. But that's way better than before. If I remember correctly, it was like 90 times a second before. Let's check. This is the previous one using the native Python lists to 60,000. Yeah, it's like 100 something times. It's not even actual like per second. It's like every 2 seconds. It's like so busy shuffling that, you know. So that's a very big improvement by going to NumPy. It's actually doing it 1,000 times a second instead of 100 times like every 2 seconds. Or you can barely see anything because the canvas is 1280 width. But that means it's way cheaper to do calculations here now. Especially if I just ignore this and that. Ignore this, this, and this. And instead of sleeping for a second, run that every like 60 times a second. Let's reduce this to like 0. And enjoy, I guess. It's doing it so fast that it's... Wait, did I not remove the... Yeah, I didn't remove. Should make it sleep for a little bit. Otherwise, even if it's like big, like 200 inside, it's still gonna be like instant. So yeah, that's why you need to put some sleep time. So if you just make it 0, it's gonna run like over 100,000 times a second. So this is gonna happen. And that kind of ruins it. I was just doing that for like for performance test. So it's like using way less CPU as well. And the network. It's very low, like each packet. I think this is as best as it can get. So right now it has 1 byte for opcode, 1 byte for the size, 1 byte for the current block being like the amount of blocks that it has finished, and 1 byte for each like remaining block. Now I'm wondering, like, why did I open stream if I'm actually already done? I'm pretty much done with this. I did all of this offline. I have to like do a actual BOGO sort. What I'm doing here is like improved BOGO sort. What improved BOGO sort is it randomizes the list, but if it matches the current block being checked, it stays. So the list keeps like going down. Let's do like a bigger number, like 2,000. So the packets are gonna be like bigger, because since we are like way past the 8-bit limit, which goes from 0 to 255, so each remaining block is gonna take 2 bytes instead of 1. So for example, we have 2001 blocks, so that's already like 4002 bytes just for this. But it keeps going down as long it's going. I think the one bottlenecking is this thing. Just checking. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do more. I already optimized the drawing as much as I could. I went from, originally I was doing like actual elements for each block, but now I'm drawing on a canvas, which is much faster to do. So yeah, oh, I think I'm done. I can end stream forever. I don't know what else I can do here. Maybe like improve the page a little bit. And probably make like a timestamp for each finished size. So like, oh, this took a few minutes to finish. I might have to do a fav icon for the page as well. How can I do that? I forgot. HTML5 icon. Or it's just a metadata on the page. So I can just put it here. It's an X icon, and then I just put on the fav icon. So it's on assets, images, and then I'm gonna have to put fav icon. I'm gonna have to draw that, and I don't think I have GIMP. It's gonna be on MS Paint for now. Who cares? What is BOGO sorting? It's a cool thing. It's sorting algorithms. I was bored, so I decided to make one. Pretty sure you already saw like those videos of sorting algorithms at some point. There's no way. There is no way you haven't. There's no way. Oh, you have. Nice. I think I can use PNG as fav icons. Let's see. Let's check. You can. We have an icon, like a shitty one at least. So yeah, might have to reset this at some point. Yeah, of course it's gonna be like super fast at the beginning, because it's running like a couple thousand times a second. There's no sound though. I have to add audio. I already attempted to do that, and it sounded horrible. Let's attempt doing that again. So wall drawing. Let's do this. So wall drawing. Let's get the current block. I don't know. Play beep sound. So it's gonna be SN. It's gonna be beep. For now, when it loads, just play the sound and change the rate of the sound. Change the sign of the current block. Divided by the size. That's gonna return a value between 0 to 1. So I'm gonna do a minimum and max. So it's gonna be max frequency minus I already forgot. I already done that before. What is the function that I did it? It's on my, I think it's on the reward page. Is it? No, wait. No, it's not. Or is it on the duck page? If I remember what it is. Duck. There we go, that's it. So it's maximum minus minimum plus minimum. I don't think it's gonna do. I think it's max frequency minus no, it's minimum frequency plus max frequency minus minimum frequency multiplied by the a graph current block divided by current size. This should be it. Put this between brackets because otherwise this is gonna run first. I want to run this first, then this first, and then multiply them together. This should give me the difference between the minimum to the maximum, and then multiply it from 0 to 1. So when it's minimum, it's gonna multiply by 0. So it's gonna be gonna get this and then multiply by 0 plus 0. So it's not gonna change anything. Then when it's the maximum, it's gonna get the difference between the maximum and minimum. Then when you add them together, when it's the maximum, like, that's exactly it. Alright, problem solved, I guess. I'm just gonna get this. Just put this directly here. I think that's correct. I don't know. It's probably gonna sound horrible. And obviously, oh, howl is not defined because I comment that out. Oh, oops. Yeah, it's stalling for a little bit. This shouldn't be happening. Oh, there is no sound. No one can hear that. I forgot that I turned off the sound. Well, there's a sound, but it sounds horrible. It's probably it's not running properly. Goofy ass Sonic. Yeah, even the code is stalling. This sucks ass. It's just breaking. Oh shit. Fuck. Ass. Leaking everything. Ass. Okay. I'm gonna have to think of something different. This is not gonna work because this is like it's just slowing down the code. It's not keeping up. At least I think that's what's happening because it wasn't happening before. So, hold on. Yeah, it's just the code not keeping up. I might leave it with no sound until I don't know. Who cares? It's just something to pass the time. I'm just concerned that there's no like viewer count anymore. What broke? Is it even sending something? I think it is sending something, I don't know. Print socket received message from client. It should receive a message from the client. It is not. What's going on? I'm just doing do ping, calling do ping, and all it does is send a message. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it is sending the message, but the server is not receiving it. Oh, it's stopping the code. That's why. It's getting to here, but it's not starting the interval because this variable doesn't exist anymore. Oops. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. See how long it takes for like a big number, like 1000. Good thing I rewrote this from using elements to using a canvas, because it's still very fast even with this bunch of lines, like multiple times a second. I don't even know how many times a second this is. Like 30 times a second, 40, I don't know. Boring ass. So if I want to save, like, if I want to save like the timestamp for each finished size, I'll need to make a database for this, which I can make. My SQL skills are not that good. I think it's Haiti SQL, yeah, that's it. Yeah. New database. I forgot what is the... I know it's UTF-8. default UTF-8 database. It's MB4. Bin. I think I'm gonna call it BOGO sort, whatever. What? Okay, what? I don't have access to my own thing? Is it because I'm not an admin? The hell? What the hell? I already forgot how to connect. I don't know, I forgot. Shit. I'm gonna do that later. What else? Yeah, created new database. Do not right click the host tab, but on the very upper left tree node. Yeah, I tried to do that. I don't have access to my own shit. It's probably because it's trying to use localhost. Let's try that. Instead of this, I'm just gonna do localhost. No, I cannot change my own shit. And I forgot where I installed my database. I really forgot. Man, what? Like, I even created a username for this, which has admin privileges, I think. Okay, think I can find it this here. MariaDB, there it is. And password, let's try it. not leak something. I think I forgot my password. I actually forgot everything. What the hell? MySQL. Skip grant tables. Can't type. Oh, it doesn't know what that is. Okay, so I probably have to stop MySQL. MariaDB. I actually forgot. Oh, wait. I think I can find it on the wiki. I need to turn off the screen because it might open on the main screen. It did open on the main screen. Okay. Let's see if I... Oh, because I turned it off. Whoops. Okay, so MySQL, admin password. Yeah, there it is. Create database. Bogo sort. Did I really forget how to create a database already? MySQL create database. Oh, it doesn't, you don't actually need to put that. I actually do not have permissions. And I forgot the password for the root. What? I actually forgot. It's GG, I have to reinstall. Anyways, let's turn this off. And MySQL the safe skip grant table. I'm reading this from the internet, and that's not a program. It's stuck. And it's in data. Wait, why is it even installed? I don't even know why it's installed. my.ini. So what it's saying to do is skip grant tables equals true. Then I can do net start MariaDB. Then I can do MySQL u root. Oh wait, it's on a different here. MySQL u root. There we go, yeah. So it's alter user root at localhost identified by password. I think I don't think it worked. Hold on. You have to do like flush privileges. And then I can do this. And alter user router admin at localhost identified by password. Now I can and then delete this and then start again. Now if I reconnect again as root, I can do that, and then I can create the thing. There you go. Create a new database on UTF-MB4 called Bogus Sort. The database already exists. There you go. Is that a typo in the title? Yes. Unfortunate. Still going. Create a new table. First table is size. And the second one is going to be timestamp. I think it's just going to be size and timestamp because it's the size and then the timestamp that when it finished. Both are going to be int. Both can be null. Yeah, both can be int, no problem. They can fit. The name of the table is, I'll call it finished. This stores when the Bogle sort thing finishes the timestamp of each size. This is horrible. Save. Anyways, yeah. So we have the size and the timestamp. So I need to connect the database to my where is it again? It's here. I can close this and bring this back. Nice. So I have to connect this to my database. And there is a package for that. Pretty sure there is. I remember using that before. It's like MariaDB Python. It's a package that I can connect. I think it's literally just called MariaDB, so I could just pip install MariaDB. Typo. Yeah. Simple as that. just bringing back. Oh, oops. No. Let's close this. There's a bunch of shit open now. This. Close this. Close this. Close this. Let's put Discord on the other screen. So here on the main, I can just do import MariaDB. And I need to make a config file, which shall be secret, because it's gonna store passwords too. So new file, config.py, and config, like I'm gonna call it dbconfig, and it's a dictionary which has the user. The user is root. I gotta change the name. The password, I'm gonna have to set that later. Host, which is localhost, and database is Bogosort. I have to set this up. Specify the password outside. Right. So I can also do from config import database config. Right. And I'm gonna do the same thing here, import from config import dbconfig. So when it finishes, like do shuffle. Yeah, when it finishes, right here, it's gonna connect to the database and then get the current time and say, okay, I finished at this time, store that in the database. Connect to database. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna call it connection is equals Maria. I have to import that here. Dot connect, and then I pass the parameters, which is dbconfig. Then I have to open a cursor too, so I'm gonna do con.cursor, and then I execute some code, which is insert into, since we already connected to Bogosort database, I can just do finished, which is the name of the table, and then the values. Which is size. self.size, and the timestamp, so time.time. I'm gonna have to do like, I have to integer that because this returns a float. I don't think on MariaDB I need to commit. I remember on, there was one that I needed to commit. Oh, I have to commit. So con.close, I think I have to close the cursor first and then close the connection. I think that's it. Let's stop the server. But like a fairly big number, so it takes a little bit of time so I can see it. Gonna leave the console off screen in case it gives me an error. It shows stuff. Yeah, it froze. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to include the port because I'm not using a default port. I forgot which port it is. It's 37221. It'll install the whole thing. It says unknown host. Oh, I think I need to say port, like it's host and then port. And not just host, I think. Try it again. There we go, I think it did it. So it gives me the size and also the timestamp. Cool. So I can use that on, I don't know, the bottom of the page. So just as a test, I can make a new file. Test2. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go test2 and just port MariaDB. And con equals mariadb.connect, or and import from config import dbconfig, and connect from dbconfig. Cursor is equals con.cursor, and then cursor.execute select all from BOGO sort. And then cursor result is equals cursor.fetch all. And then print the result. Cursor.close connection.close. As simple as that. The BOGO sort. NumPy. It's in this folder, and then just call Python test2.py. Oh, I'm not in the oh, it's not called BOGO sort, it's called finished. The table is called finished. So it returns me a list of everything. And I can use that on for anything. If I call it again, it's gonna get the newer ones. Size 129 and then this timestamp. Alright, cool. I can make that a float so you can get the milliseconds too. I should have done that. I think I can still change it if I want. I can edit timestamp. I can just make it float. Real float. Save. And just immediately just convert everything to float. No problem, I guess. I called it again. It's all the same. So if I go here and not int this anymore, still doing it. What the hell? So it's delete from finished where everything. Oh, if I want to delete everything, just this. Yeah, it's gone. All gone. So int and float. So if I go and do this again, this is not right. Just delete again. Remove. it's bugged. It's not giving me a good timestamp. What timestamp is giving me? Like print time.time. Should be this. Then it should be that. They should all giving me the same. Right. Please shut up. I have to enable the filter if my dog's gonna bark all the time. No keyboard, tap tap. It's going way too fast. And I should make them unique too, because it's just doing, like, showing the same numbers over and over again. I don't think that's it. Come. It should be a primary key if I want it to be unique. How do I make a primary key? Primary, there we go. Should make it unique, not primary. Can remove it. Should have an ID. If I want to be unique, should be ID. And it's an int, not null. And it's an auto increment by 1. Primary key, unique. Save. The default for auto increment. Right. So I need to stop this now, because when it's gonna write to it, it's not gonna work. Allow null. But what is ID gonna do? I don't think ID is gonna do anything. It should be size. That should be unique. Just unique. And then here I'm just gonna plus binary unique. Default value for size. I don't know. We can allow null. Should be 0. Duplicate. What is being duplicated here? Duplicated entry 2 for key primary. Let's make unique, man. I don't know what I did here anymore. Okay, fine. To be honest, this is kind of boring to do on stream. Um, but yeah, this is pretty much finished. It's just everything else is just extra. And float is broken. Timestamps, float. I'm gonna eat dinner. Not actually Bogo sword. This is improved Bogo sword. It's kind of misleading. Improved Bogo sword. So yeah. Yeah, this is the video that I watched. So then I had the idea to make it like a website for it, which is like the same for everyone. I'm gonna have to add colors and audio, but that's something for later. I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm just gonna end stream. Thanks for watching. Let's watch some good content. If you wanna check it out, it's called bogo.roddydev.com. It's not guaranteed it's gonna be live for 24/7. So yeah, good night.